How do we recognize when coaching is taking place? Well, what you see is a conversation. And it's a structured conversation. And there are things that go on in that conversation that can make it more or less effective. And I think that's also how work gets done. Yeah, so let's put the term coaching aside. If work is about getting from A to B by C, in order to get from A to B by C, you've got to talk to people. Because if you don't, it's going to be very hard to create alignment and know when stuff is done and know what the deadlines are and so on. So if those conversations go well, that's great. And if they don't go well, it slows things down, or sometimes you don't get to B, to where you want to go. So to me, the challenge is to have people recognize that the quality of the conversation impacts everything that happens. I think it's James Clear, maybe, and I apologize if I'm doing, whoever said this is, I may be doing a disservice to, but there's this notion that you don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. Is it James Clear?
I have heard this before, but I forget where it came from.
I'd add to that, I think we fall to the level of our conversations. If we don't do conversations well, then things break down. So for me, the future isn't, it's less about this thing we call coaching that many people, it turns out to be a thing they do on Thursday afternoons when they have their one-to-ones. It's moving from it being a thing that I do to the way I do things. If I'm going to have a conversation, I'm going to get clear what's the goal of the conversation. That would be a service to me, and it would be a service to the other person. I'm going to make sure they really feel understood. That would be a service to both of us. And I'm going to make sure we make a decision about if there's anything next. Which, so now what we're talking about is G and W on the growth model with some stuff with some listening in between. I think that's certainly where my passion is. I don't see, people are going to do all kinds of things with technology. But it's not going to change that basic thing that goes on in coaching, which is a conversation that's safe for action, and that people feel seen and heard.